You never said what's on your mind. You never called me on your free time. And every time you said you need this space, you get so far then I would have to chase you. But baby, you're so different than all these other women. I know I'm a victim, lost up in the system of falling for you. I don't know what to do. I mean, ever since I was little, I've always known that I've liked to sing. Never sang in a band or a choir or any kind of orchestrated thing like that. But I always knew that I loved to sing, and music kind of always been a part of my life. I went to my friend Dugan's house, and he had an old acoustic guitar in the corner of his house. And I asked him, I was like, "Does anybody use that?" And he said, "No. Like, can you play guitar?" And I was like, "No, but can I try it out?" And he said, "Sure, you can try it." So took it home that night. Watched a bunch of YouTube videos for 3 or 4 hours and just started learning from that. Lost in the blue. I was living in Daytona 2 or 3 years ago, and with social media nowadays, my social media was doing really well. I was posting covers every single night. Down and fight. The smell of your perfume is floating down the stairs. You're fixing up your hair like you do. I can still shut down a party. I can hang with anybody. And I can drink whiskey and red wine. Hang around downtown. I had a couple friends named Jonathan Lee and Chase Foraker, and they asked me to come over one day. So I went to Chase's house, and he has his own studio, and we recorded a song. We wrote and recorded a song that day. I sent it to my friends, and I was like, "Hey, be honest with me. Like, what do you guys think?" And they all said they loved it. And we never released that song, but about 6 months later, I ended up making a song called "Nights Without You" and putting it out. My broken heart fades like the stars when the sky turns back. A lot has happened to get me where I am today. I would say a big thing from the very beginning was always confidence. I didn't always have a whole lot of confidence when I was growing up, especially with singing, because all I've done ever was baseball. So when I started really liking something else, it was really brand new to me. I think what started it off was when I was in 6th grade. I went to Daytona. It was a church camp, and we were doing praise and worship on one of the last days there, and this girl came up to me. She's like, "Hey, you sing pretty good." And I was like, "Oh, really? Are you just saying that?" She's like, "No, like, you actually sound really good." And ever since then, it kind of stuck with me. Like, I will never forget that for whatever reason. One day, I posted this Vine singing a Turnpike Troubadours song. I posted the Vine in the parking lot before I went and played, and then posted the Vine and kind of left my phone in my truck. And then after the game, came back to my truck, and then my phone was dead. And I was like, "What's going on?" So I plugged my phone back in the charger, and then all of a sudden, when it turned back on, it said like someone's name and 4,000 others revined this. And then above that notification said so-and-so and 8,000 others followed you. So-and-so and 2,200 revined this. And I'm like, what is going on? And so I looked at it, and that Vine really blew up, and I don't even know how many likes or revines it got, but it got a lot, and that kind of has started my whole fan base. I look good on you. Everybody says it now, I think it too. I know you see it too. Why waste another day trying to think it through? 'Cause I look good, I look good, I look good on you. So when the first song was coming out, I was actually in Wyoming playing summer ball.
Hey! Where we at? Yeah!
All of a sudden, one of my friends had texted me and said, "Hey, your song is charting on the iTunes charts." And I was like, "What? No way." And ended up getting to 19th on the country charts in the world. And then it ended up charting 91 in the world on all genres of music. So that was super cool to see my first song ever do that. About 3 months after I released my song, 2 months after I released my song, and I remember at the end of the year, Nights Without You had like 330,000 streams on Spotify, something crazy like that. And right now, Nights Without You has 5.1 million streams. So that's crazy. I never thought it would get that many, and it's still growing. And then I have 2 other songs out. Blinded's at 564,000 on Spotify, and Lost in the Blue is on 142,000 on Spotify. So it's crazy. I mean, listeners have went up, streams have went up, and it's just kind of been a constant like incline, which is really cool and also really comforting to me as an artist. I'll have an idea come to my head when I'm driving, or if I'm just singing a song, or if I'm like freestyling over some kind of instrumental. I'll just get melodies or something like that, or like a phrase stuck in my head, or I'll see a sign. Sometimes you just don't have it whenever you're writing. I think truthfully, I mean, I don't really have a goal as an artist. I just want to keep on doing what I'm doing and making more music and putting more music out.
Don't get me wrong, I love every second, but your heart is used like a weapon on me. A weapon on me.
As long as I'm just making music and I'm happy with how it's going, I think that's what's most important to me. Not really setting a goal and hitting it, but I'd love to do big tours and big shows and travel everywhere and get to play and meet everybody. Being in school and playing baseball and trying to pursue a music career, they definitely all run on top of each other.
City lights, trace lines all on your face.
I want to go play shows, and I want to go meet people at shows, and I want to expand myself, and I want to grow as much as I can, but committing time to school and committing time to baseball, because I chose to do that. It's tough, like I said before, like it's time management, and it's just finding the time to do it all.
But can you come closer?
I think if I set a goal as an artist, like what if I hit that goal, then what? What's next?